Yo, what's good guys? Jixer Jesus here. Today I'm coming at you guys with a brand new video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about, is having a motorcycle worth it? Now, what do I mean by worth it? That's a great question. What do I mean by worth it? Well, I mean, obviously riding a motorcycle, there's a lot of risk involved. Oop, I thought I was going to turn, but I'm actually not. I'm trying to follow this GPS at the same time. It's a little bit difficult. But obviously riding a motorcycle, there's a lot of risk involved with riding a motorcycle. It's a dangerous thing to do. And something a lot of people comment on my videos all the time is the risk worth it? Is it worth it to buy a motorcycle? Is it worth it to have a motorcycle? Is it worth it to join the motorcycle lifestyle just in general? Look at that. That's a nice Harley right there. The one thing about Harley riders in Tennessee is they have to wear a helmet. Tennessee is a mandatory helmet state. So that's not the point of this video, but I'm just saying it's interesting to see all these Harley riders needing to mandatory wear a helmet in Tennessee. It's kind of funny because I know a lot of them don't want to, so they wear the little bucket helmet because that's the closest thing to not wearing a helmet. But anyways, back into the video. Is it worth riding a motorcycle? Is the risk worth it? Is motorcycle lifestyle worth it? I'm gonna go over a couple different points that I think are important here on this video as we're merging onto the highway. Taking my time here. First topic that I'm going to talk about is the high risk factor of riding a motorcycle. Now, a lot of people say that riding a motorcycle is dangerous, and I 100% agree with that. There's some people that have ridden motorcycles for 1 year and have gotten into really bad accidents, or there's some people that have ridden motorcycles for 20, 30 years and have never ever been into an accident. This road is awful, dude. Look at this. Here's one thing that I want to say about the risk factor of riding a motorcycle. Obviously, you guys watch my videos and you know that I prioritize safety and I ride like a normal human being on the road. I don't go fast on the highway. I don't go fast in through town. My biggest thing is I ride normally. I practice the fundamentals of riding a motorcycle. I'm not up to the speed limit here. I need to go a little fast. And the biggest thing is that I take my time. I know that riding a motorcycle is dangerous, so I take all the precautions. I make sure I do a once over of my bike. I make sure that I double check whenever I shoulder check. I make sure that I do every single thing that I can do to keep me safe while I'm riding a motorcycle. So the biggest thing is that risk factor is 100% there. It's dangerous to ride a motorcycle, but the one thing that you have to think about is if you do everything in your power to be safe on a motorcycle and to ensure that your driver and rider awareness is super good, like you're on 10 all the time, that's one thing that you can do to prevent dangerous things from happening to you while you're on a motorcycle. Now, there also is that kind of gray area of it doesn't necessarily have to be your fault. There could be somebody just ram into the back of you while you're sitting at a red light because they don't see you because you're on a bike. Now, I get that. But again, that unfortunately is just the luck of the draw. If you run into a bad driver and they hit you because you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing, that's just bad luck. And sometimes people just have bad luck, and sometimes bad things happen to people. You can't really control that aspect of things, so you have to accept a little bit of risk when it comes to riding a motorcycle. Number two, let's talk about motorcycle gear. Obviously, it's 101 degrees or something out today. It's so hot, dude. So I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt. But other than that, I try to wear gear when I can. I try to wear gear when the temperature is right and when the temperature is not too hot. Because wearing gear or not, if you pass out because it's so hot while you're riding a motorcycle, you're probably gonna get into a wreck and get hurt. So just think about the gear part of it too. The next thing that I want to talk about, a big thing about the motorcycle lifestyle that I want to talk about, is making friends and joining the motorcycle community. So before I joined the motorcycle community, I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't have a lot of social events that I went to during the day, and I didn't have a lot of, like, I don't go to parties, I don't go to bars. I'm not that kind of guy, so I didn't really have that much to do in my everyday life. The one thing the motorcycle community has brought to me is a ton of friends and a ton of people that act like they're my family, which is really cool, just to be completely honest. The cool thing about having a motorcycle is it doesn't matter if you have a Harley Davidson, a sport bike, a naked bike, a Honda Grom, a 125, it doesn't matter what kind of motorcycle you have. Every single motorcycle rider is going to be your friend if you're just riding a motorcycle. And most of the time, even if you're riding a scooter or a moped, people are still going to wave to you and they're still going to be your friend because it's kind of all in the same family there. But the one thing that I'm really appreciative about with the motorcycle community is the amount of people that are like family and the amount of people that are your friends just because you have a motorcycle. They will come up to you and they'll park next to you, they'll talk to you, they'll invite you to events, they'll invite you to bike night, they'll invite you to all of these cool events and all these cool places and out to dinner just because you simply ride a motorcycle. It's called a common interest, and when two human beings have a common interest, it doesn't matter the gender, male or female, when two human beings have a common interest, it is natural for them to get along and it's natural for them to do things together. So the fact that motorcycles bring people together, old and young, male and female, the fact that motorcycles bring everybody together like that is a really unique thing to have. There's not a lot of things like in general in life that bring people together as much as a motorcycle does. There really is. Getting off this exit here, I gotta focus. Give me a second, guys. It's important to focus. I need to make sure I'm counter steering here. I need to make sure I'm putting pressure on my right side of my handlebar so I can continue to make this turn. And I'm checking the ground in front of me to make sure there's no potholes, make sure there's no loose gravel or anything like that. Stay in my lane here. I need to put my left blinker on, make sure I'm clear. That truck's getting over. Thank you, appreciate that. There is a state trooper behind me. Wow, that's intimidating, but he's probably gonna leave me alone. He did leave me alone. Ah, okay, that's kind of scary, dude. Look at the state trooper. Tennessee state troopers scare the life out of me. I don't know why. But bringing people together is one thing that motorcycles do so well. And like I said, it doesn't matter. Old, young, Harley, 125, Suzuki, Gixxer, doesn't matter. Sport bike, naked bike, doesn't matter what kind of bike. Being a motorcycle rider just in general brings everybody together, and that's the one thing that I really think is worth it about riding a motorcycle. The last thing that I want to talk about in this video is the influences. Now, what do I mean by influence? The one thing that is sometimes hard to deal with if you're a younger motorcycle rider, if you're a guy that, you know, is maybe in his teens or in his early 20s, is that there's a lot of bad influences when it comes to riding a motorcycle. And that's one thing that may not make it seem worth it, because all these bad influences make you worry about things that you shouldn't worry about. Like, for example, for some reason, I was afraid of that state trooper. When I don't do anything illegal, I ride the speed limit. Now, I am going a little bit over the speed limit here, I'm not gonna lie, because everybody is, and it would low-key be dangerous for me to go the speed limit because the guy behind me is going 65 and the speed limit's 55. But bad influences are all around the motorcycle community. You look on Instagram, you look on YouTube, you look on TikTok, and you see people running from the police. You see people kind of taunting the police, joking with the police, and posting themselves running from the police, which is an absolutely insane thing to do. You should never do something like that. But there's a lot of bad influences in the motorcycle community, and there's a lot of bad influences just in life in general. Whether you ride a car, whether you ride a motorcycle, whatever you ride, whatever you drive, there's a lot of bad influences out there. So the biggest thing whenever you're a younger rider, a lot of the older, mature guys kind of know not to follow these bad influences. They know not to listen to these guys that are making these bad decisions, whether they're doing wheelies all over the road or running from the cop. A lot of these older guys know not to listen to this stuff, which I 100% agree with, because even me being a young guy, you do not want to hang around these guys that are doing wheelies all the time, speeding super fast down the highway, running from the cops. You don't want to hang out with these guys, because being a bad influence gives us motorcycle riders a bad look to begin with. So why do you want to hang out with somebody that is to making you look bad? But I don't know. So is riding a motorcycle worth it? Is it worth it? In my opinion, I think that the amount of friends and the motorcycle lifestyle and the amount of family members that you create and that you gain with having a motorcycle, it definitely makes it worth it. Now, like I said, there's a lot of risk factors. You could get very badly injured if you get into a motorcycle accident. You could. But if you do everything in your power to be safe, wear gear, practice the fundamentals, learn how to ride the right way, learn how to check your blind spots, learn how to use your mirrors, shoulder check, hand signal, use your blinkers. As long as you do everything that you're supposed to do, the risk of you getting into a motorcycle accident, or the risk of you causing a motorcycle accident, or even just wrecking your own motorcycle, is very small. I'm going to cut over some lanes here. Good. But in my opinion, riding a motorcycle, having a motorcycle, buying a motorcycle is 100% worth it. There's not many things in life that are better than being in the motorcycle community and having a bunch of friends that have a common interest, because it makes your days a lot more fun. It makes your life a lot better. It makes, you know, just life more enjoyable, just in general. Look at this, Opry Mills Mall. It's a big mall in Nashville, Tennessee. We're gonna go check it out. So I'm gonna end this video with this and say, yes, riding a motorcycle is 100% worth it. There's not many things, in my opinion, that are better than riding a motorcycle. And the one thing I've noticed is, like, I don't regret buying a motorcycle at all. Now, I do have like 4 motorcycles, but I don't regret buying any of them at all. I don't think I'll ever regret buying any of them. Now, maybe when I have a wife and when I have kids in the future, you know, something to where like I can't disappear. Like if I have a wife and kids, you know, I'd obviously want to be around for my kids' whole entire life. So I wouldn't want anything to happen to me, and I maybe would be a little bit more cautious when it comes to making life decisions that could end up with me getting hurt. But if you're sitting there debating on, wondering like, oh, should I get a motorcycle? It looks so fun. Should I buy one? Should I buy one? I can't decide. My opinion is 100% you should buy a motorcycle. I think think that if you're thinking about it, obviously do whatever your gut says, but if you're thinking about it, then yes. At least buy a cheap motorcycle to see if you like it. Buy a 125 to see if you learn how to ride it. See if you're good at riding it. A lot of people ask me this question, should I buy a motorcycle? Is it worth it? The answer is yes. 100% it's worth it. Having a motorcycle, buying a motorcycle, riding a motorcycle, being in the motorcycle community, 100% it is worth it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Jixer Jesus. Thanks for tuning in to my second channel. We are trying to get these long form videos cooking, guys. So it's a lot of work, but I hope you guys are liking the content that I'm coming out with so far, because I'm working pretty hard on it. I'm coming up with these ideas by myself. I'm trying to make it entertaining for you guys so that you actually enjoy watching the video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name is Jixer Jesus. Buy that motorcycle. That is my only opinion, okay? I really think you should do it. If you're thinking about doing it, that means you've been watching motorcycle content and you see how fun it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. My name's Jixer Jesus. Jixer Jesus right there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching today's video. I'm out. Peace.